We saw many of these players on stream 2 early yesterday leaving 170, and we saw it hit as well. We don't see it for a second time. The other person to get it, Thibaut Tricol, and he got it to win the match. Peter's looking at double 15. And
no score.
Scuppers everything. He is back to square one.
So Kanik, 13 for double 16 for a break of throw. And he's got
Game
it.
shot.
Good start, Titus Kanik.
He does like wearing a bit of purple when he wants a successful day. He did it at Blackpool.
I'm always partial to a bit of deep purple. Tops
61.
for Wright. Doesn't go, but he's got plenty of time to see it through for 3-2.
We'll come back to the purple in a second because it's very pertinent. But what's
39.
more pertinent right now is that he's on double 10 for a 3-2 lead.
Oh, wild first start. He split it rather than go for double 7.
No score.
He's got that all wrong.
Oh dear. Absolute bag of nails, but no harm done with Kanik trying to get down to a finish, and he will be.
140.
I genuinely don't know what he was doing with his... Does he think he's on double 6? He does. He thinks he's on double 6. Don't hit it.
No score.
And please look at the monitor, Peter.
Well, if Kanik takes out 113 from this, this is mad. 93 left. Treble 19 was the shot on.
68.
Treble 9 we're going for treble 14.
66, sorry.
Okay, Act 3. And Peter Wright may have just figured out that he's on double 10.
He's just worked it. Yeah, he's just glanced over at the LED monitor next to the scorer.
25, you went 25, 16, then hit a 20, going for double top on a 61, left double 10.
It's been explained to him how he got there.
Yep. You had 61 left, you went 25, 16, went for double
He's
top,
just
hit a
saying,
20.
well, why was I going for double 6 then? Because in your own mind, you thought you had double 6, but on the screen, it's always said 20. I think Peter's just coming to terms with the fact he's had a moment here, but he's still got an opportunity of winning the leg.
Genuinely discombobulated there.
Game shot.
And then he takes that double 10 at the first start, he chucks at it.
You had 81 left, you went 25, 16, missed a double top.
You still can't quite believe he got himself in that situation, but...
Peter, take it and run.
Yeah.
Take it and run.
Wright wants 98 to go back in front. Treble 20 hit. Double 19? Oh. He's going to
82.
leave himself on double 8. But 133 won't go for Kanik.
Now, Peter, it's double 8.
97.
You've left 16. Don't go for double 6. He's going for the right double. And he is one of the best in the world at this, shuffling right and hitting the target. But if he hits this, this will be some shot in the top bins.
No score.
Not to be. And so Kanik can go in front. Double 18. No, wild. Well, that's more like it. Wasn't much of a marker, but he made it count. 161 would seal it for Kanik. Not on this visit, though.
137.
Fantastic cover shot. It's just a question now whether he's got winning line-itis. Or can Peter Wright pull out the big fish from nowhere? No.
Now Kanik understands where he is. And if we may be frank, he has been the better player in this contest. So he has double 12 to beat Snakebite to make round 2. And that's where he's going.
Titus Kanik.
Well done to the pole. His first win against Peter Wright. And Snakebite, the next dart he throws competitively, will be on Halloween in the Grand Slam qualifier. They are the stats. Make a great deal of sense. That one did, because the 95 trims it down to a 2-dot shot.
59.
So Huybrechts, steady ton required. There's the treble. What about the double?
80.
No, third dot just deflected off the second.
Just feels like those flights he's using are a little bit heavy. How heavy is Campbell on tops? Let's find out. That is majestic from Matt. And that's hurtful to Huybrechts.
You'd think he would at this point in his career. Huybrechts on a bogey number, but he's staying on the 19s and picks off 7 of those.
Funny that, isn't it? 165 he hit in the previous leg. And then he leaves 165 and he's not able to take it because you've got to get a double at the end.
100.
But he has got 32 again for 4-4.
Got it as well. We are level. A break of throw as Richard Veenstra is knocked out by Adam Warner. Tops again for Campbell. Good marker. Can he make it count? Not quite.
20.
10s doesn't go either, so ghost of a chance for Huybrechts here to win it.
And to win it in style. The well of opportunity is open. He needs treble 18. He's got it.
99.
But he hasn't got the bullseye. Campbell has got to extend this game. Which he does. The man who doesn't give a great deal away when he's off the hockey is giving a lot of information to all of us. He's hoping that he gets a shot to win 6-5. We're about to find out. He will get his chance, but it might just be 55. At the bull again.
81 left. Single 19. Bullseye again for the match.
56.
And again he's wayward. Not by much, but enough to give Campbell a chance to win it.
What an opportunity for the Canadian.
Game
and he gets his first win against Kim Huybrechts. The Hurricane is blown out of Wigan. And the Ginger Ninja survives to set up a tie with Titus Kanik in the next round.
In order to make it to the finals next month.
Yeah, he's going to have to go through Litler, the winner of our next game, which is Crabtree and Mario Vandenbogaerde. But before we even contemplate that, we have to look at the possibility of a Litler 9.
77.
So, he was going 17s for the double 15, which he's done before.
85.
In the Premier League.
That is now the Litler route, isn't it? And people around the world are starting to use that route themselves. He has got tops this time.
Game shot.
He finds his favourite double 10 to equal the scoreline at 1 leg apiece.
Now to break through here, staying on the 19s. Oh, treble 18 would have left a finish. He hits it in the end.
129.
So 2/16 if Litler can't take out the 129 here.
Where's he going? He doesn't even like double 18. I am mystified that he's gone that route. Sometimes when he's got 36, he goes 16 double 10. But it is a 3-1 lead for Den Herik, trying to give Litler a bit of an early bath here.
So Jemai has a chance here to go 4-1 up. Can he set up a 2-dart kill? 89. That's a lovely bullseye.
He really has been hitting that bullseye. That's his third. Now, double 16. That's a great hit from Litler. Under pressure to hit that in that moment is a brilliant break. Thought processes, because of his 9-darter on the Challenge Tour, because of stuff he's done elsewhere, he's a genuine threat.
141.
But when Littler's doing things like this, there's nothing you can do to stop him.
Deciding leg between Ross Smith and Benjamin Royce, and Mervyn King and Nathan Aspinall have gone to a decider on the outside boards.
Game shot.
Tops for Littler brings us back to 4-4.
Nice little tidy 10-darter there for 4-4.
With an excellent chance to go within 1 leg of victory. 120 left.
59.
Trying to leave himself tops. But Littler's back on 2-4-3.
A ton's no good here.
140.
So he gets a 140. Very well done to leave a much easier shot than 143. But Den Herik is looking all the way to the top. And he is 5-4 up on the world champion. And he's turning and burning. Look at this. just when he needs it.
180.
He throws that third dart with a little bit of extra violence when he's got the first two in the red bit, just to make sure it lodges between the two.
39.
And suddenly Van Herik's game goes a little bit awry. And that's all Litler needs to turn the screw.
He could have had 2 10-darters in this game. He's just missed the treble 7 this time, but surely it's just a matter of
96.
seconds between now and Litler making round 2 after a huge scare.
Tops.
Game shot on the match.
Nicely done,
Litler.
and it was a scare for the world champion. But Jamai Van Den Herik eventually succumbs by the odd leg in 11. But Cam's average is creeping up year on year, averaging around 90 for this particular calendar year. Very respectable indeed.
133.
You do feel he's got the ability to make that next step up.
Absolutely.
And really get deep into the 90s for a 3-dart average and pressurise those at the top of the tree, Mr. Crabtree.
I'll be fascinated to see who he gets at the Grand Slam.
100.
Who he's tested against. And it could be a huge end of year for Cam as he looks at tops.
Game
That's
shot.
assured and confident, and that's exactly what he's been like for the last 18 months. Treble 19 twice for Bull. That's not what we're going to get. The best
47.
that Cam was hoping for there was to get onto a 2-darter. He wasn't able to do it either. Mario's got a really tough 57 here. But he finds it. That's a great dart.
96.
So opens the door for Crabtree to break again. Great first dart. 17, leaves double top. Brilliant.
Game shot.
Absolutely superb from Cam Crabtree.
And Luke Humphries is going to take on Robert Owen from that board as well. Robert Owen's just come through against Mickey Mansell.
100.
Again, great first start.
134.
Lovely pick off of treble 18 as well. So the pressure on Super Mario here.
This has been okay from Mario, but the
105.
timing has belonged to Crabtree. He's had so many opportunities. He only needs one more.
Oh, 2 10s.
Game shot
Brilliant.
on the match.
1-2-8
Cam
check
Crabtree.
out. And it will be Crabtree against Litler for a real clash of youth quality in round 2 here at Wigan. Very comfortable in the end for Cam Crabtree. Average is 103 in seeing off Super Mario.
Yeah, Justin Hood, only this year
140.
starting on his PDC journey. Yellow Klaasen has been there, done it, got the T-shirt.
I like the way his throw has morphed a little over the
43.
years, Yellow. Slightly more idiosyncratic as the years have gone on, with the way he drags the dart across
Game shot.
from left to right. Does the job, though, when he goes 2-0 up in fairly short order. All sorts of permutations today, Dan. There's Grand Slam permutations for the likes of Damon Hector and Joe
140.
Cullen. There's World Championship permutations. Plenty of plates being kept spinning.
170.
Yeah, and Yellow Klaasen's going to need a very good day. His best day of the year, aside from that final run, if he's going to force his way into the World Championship. There's still the last chance
37.
qualifier for tour card holders, and there'll be a lot fewer players playing in that compared to previous years.
19.
Justin Hood could lead, but he needs the biggest finish of the lot. And he's not going to produce it.
58.
Klaasen to go
Game
back in
shot.
front, neatly done. 13 dart hold. But Hood, a chance to hold throw, but poor first dart. But he will be back.
44.
Good
140.
visit, bit of pressure. 272s then. Hood gets first dibs. Oh, he's hit tops. Double 6 then.
Game shot.
Good recovery.
Well, he was trying to get there with the first dart. He ended up getting there accidentally with the second dart.
180.
But Jelle Klaasen, it is another maximum for the Dutchman. It'd have been quite some weight.
And a maximum from Hood.
180.
That's the question of Klaasen here.
It's going to have to be 13. It's going to have to be. And he's missed that as well. 6,
29.
He was on the 9 and he's missed 2 big numbers consecutively and may lose the leg. Hood has missed a big number.
Oh my goodness. 45 left. He goes 19 for double 13.
21.
So Klaasen can rescue it. 2 10s. He's
Game
got it.
shot on the match.
He's won
Jelle
it.
Klaasen.
By hook or by crook, Jelle Klaasen gets there and knocks out Justin Hood, who will just be a little nervy for the rest of the day, hoping he can hold on to his MINEHEAD spot. But Klaasen advances with an average of 87 into round 3 here in Wigan. Coniscott has lost in that deciding leg to Dimitri Vandenbogaerde. 6-5. The Dream Maker makes it through. Humphries down to a finish to, you would assume, break back here. Owen needs a ton 40 score.
100.
Well, a ton will have to do. But for an 11 dart break, double 18
Game
is
shot.
pinned by Humphries. That's a good response. 305 Humphries. Oh, another max incoming.
140.
It's an aggressive route there. He had the option of going elsewhere to make sure he left a finish, but he had the markers. It was a gambit. It's not paid off. And all of a sudden, Robert Owen
180.
is down to single to double, and Humphries can do nothing to stop him.
65.
So then, 15 for top, surely for Rob Owen. Indeed it is, 15. For a level game. Got
Game
it.
shot.
3-3.
He was all around that treble, and you could see a little bit of frustration the way he flung that last one. Ironically, that's the one that found the 60. But Rob Owen, what a leg of darts this is. 2 treble visits all the way down to 86.
60.
Well, that visit from Luke sums it all up. So 38 scored, 16 for double, 16 or 8 for tops.
Well, it's not what he
62.
wanted. Wanted the single, but it's not the worst outcome in the world.
57.
So for the break of throw that Dan talked about in this leg. Great
Game
dart.
shot.
Again, that first dart, I don't know whether it was a help or a hindrance to Rob Owen, but he's 1 leg away from knocking out the world #1.
He is.
Staying on the 19s.
58.
Trebleless visit. What can Owen get down to? Can he get down to a 2-dart kill? Yes, almost certainly at this point.
140.
Very nicely approached there. Oh, treble 18 won't go for the bullseye.
38.
And an errant last dart as well from Humphries.
Match starts Robert Owen. Double 19 straight at it,
Game
straight
shot on the
in
match,
it, and he
Rob
beats
Owen.
the world #1. Luke Humphries' Pro Tour season comes to an end without a Players' Championship title. But the main reason that he came here this week was to make sure he got to MINEHEAD. He is going there, and he'll be looking to be crowned Players' Champion for a 3rd year running. But he won't be going there with a Players' Championship title under his belt. The ones involving the likes of Adam Hunt, Ryan Meikle.
Keane Barry's 2-0 up on Andrew
119.
Gilding right now. He's had a really good start. Very steady start, average-wise as well.
Yeah, he's been at that sort of level all day so far, Keane Barry, sort of mid-90s. And if he can
96.
stay there, it might be enough. It could be an amazing couple of days for Irish darts following Willie O'Connor's run to the final yesterday. 50 left, 32 left. Nothing
shot.
left. Great shot, Richie Edhouse. And there's a bit of the swagger from Madhouse that we saw a lot of last year.
Yeah, that's more like it. And there's a real pointing towards the board moment for Edhouse when he gets it right.
66.
That wasn't particularly right. Leaves a one treble combo. He's still putting Tingstrom under pressure. There's a chance of a third consecutive breaker throw, but follow that for tops. That is
Game
a peach
shot.
of a 1-4-2. Beautiful shot from Victor Tingstrom to go back into the lead. Well, he can do whatever he wants from here. Doesn't even just start on the 19s if he doesn't want to.
$93.
That'll do.
That will do. Last time he was on 36. It didn't work out. So Edhouse, who might recognise that, is going to put the pressure on.
168.
Oh, okay. He's got the big one. Has Victor got this one? He's low again. The tricky switch.
And it is tricky again. It's the
No
cardinal sin. Only gets 2 darts at the double, busts his score, and Richie Edhouse, the brilliant setup shot, gives him the chance, and he leads this game. Victor Tingstrom.
Can Edhouse find the finishing touch? He's got to bend it around the corner.
He didn't even contemplate 2 bullseyes.
60.
Maybe it was too high pressure, maybe he thought it was too flashy, but maybe it would have had a better chance. Double 16 to break and throw for the match. Victor Tingstrom takes the chance with a 15 darter. We are going to a last leg decider.
It's a horrible looking finish, but he'd take it if he gets his chance.
Going to the 16 segment, cannot find the treble. Richie Edhouse does get a look at the 119.
51.
That means the 12's next. 62 left. May only get 1 at the bull. It's double 13 for the match. And it's
93.
just outside, head in hands for Richie Edhouse.
Now Victor gets a little slice of hope. He's going to dodge double 18 this time. It's going to be tops to make the last 16.
Game shot on the match.
Sweden
Victor Tingstrom
has made it to the last 16, and you can see how much it means to him. Richie Edhouse is out, and it's going to be another season without a PC victory for the European champion from last year. But Victor's dreams are very much alive to make sure that streak continues. And he has a chance of making it 5 seasons in a row with a
57.
PC in 2026.
Well, Danny Noppert down to a finish, Keen Barry down to a better one. But it may not matter, because that leaves the ball. And that is a 164 in the very first leg from Danny Noppert. Let's not forget Danny Noppert, when he won the UK Open back in 2022, Keen Barry was in the semi-finals. He was only beaten by Michael Smith in the semis.
And so was Willie O'Connor, who's still in this tournament.
57.
Oh, that's a chance again. He narrowly missed out on a chance at a 144 earlier. This time he gets the first dart, but can't get the second.
85.
That'll be a frustration. It's never really a great chance of 148, but after the first dart, his eyes must have lit up, as will Danny's from that one. Well, you would have thought they would.
20.
Wow, Danny Noppert, 5 darts missed for the leg. A chance for Keen Barry.
Can he? He most definitely can. That's a great leg to win, and he won't know, because the only person who can really knock him out now is Victor Tingstrom.
And he would have to win the title to do that. Looks like Cordecker is going to the Worlds as well. What a leg of darts this is from Danny Noppert. Double 12 left after 9.
And usually when that happens, it's because you've missed
59.
for the 9.
To win the leg by 300 points against the darts. 11 darter on double 6.
That jeopardy of the 60 to bust the score.
105.
Sensible from Barry. Noppert on for another 5-visit leg.
$20.
Now then, this is not a very Noppy-like display. The finishing is not quite as clinical. What a dart that is. And
Game
double
shot.
10 is found by Keane Barry, and he leads, and he will throw for the match.
Which means at this point in time, he's not in next year's World Cup.
Well, we'll see.
But, yeah, I know what you mean.
96.
MVG's not going to be at MINEHEAD.
Yeah, well, he'll still be the second. He'll be the Dutch number 2 as far as the Players' Championship finals are concerned. Keane Barry,
180.
brilliant stuff. What an effort this has been from Keane Barry this week. He's going to get a chance to beat Noppert. He's beaten Gabriel Clemens. He's beaten Andrew Gilding. He's maybe about to beat Danny Noppert. There's 2 UK Open champions and a
94.
former World Championship semi-finalist there.
This all really hinges on what Keane is doing very well, finishing.
Game shot of the
what a
match. Keane Barry.
finish. He cleaned up leg number 9 with a great ton out, and then 136 to get rid of Noppy when he's on form, and Keane Barry's in the quarters.
He edged out Owen Bates in a deciding leg to make it to the last 8. I can tell you there were a lot of
131.
interested spectators on the outside boards, like the world number 1 Luke Humphries, watching on as Vandenbogaerde took that final
22.
leg with a ton-plus checkout. I'm just looking at his throw, because it's a while since I've seen Dimitri throw, and there are some slight adjustments
Game shot.
as Chris Dobey pulls off the big fish, reels it in, and starts as he concluded his match against Matt Campbell, Nico. Most pure, watchable throwing actions in all of darts, Chris Dobey.
If you're going to mimic someone, you won't go far wrong mimicking Dobey's action.
140.
It is positionally perfect. The only thing he does wrong every now and again is he could possibly walk on dart 3. He wants to walk after dart 3 here, taking them out of the board with a 3-1 lead.
92.
That has to wait.
Another one of those. Tops he wants. Well,
Game
well
shot.
played, Dimitri Vandenbogaerde.
Oh, it's a great dart. Not quite there with dart 2.
90.
And so Dobey back in on 16s to take a 2-leg lead. Good marker.
That's not easy.
Running out of room.
No score.
And there was no room at the inn. So suddenly Dimitri is presented with an opportunity to get level. 60 left, 20 for top, surely it is.
54.
No, he caught in that something in the flight disturbed him.
Well, either that or he was walking to the board like an Egyptian.
Luke Woodhouse through to the
Game
semis.
shot.
And Chris Dobey takes a 4-2 lead. But Dimitri's in the box seat here in leg 8.
This is a test of patience for Chris right now.
140.
How much does he deep down want to go back to back? He's going to have to dig deep from here. It's not going to be easy.
92.
Once again, slow and methodical. Vandenbogaerde prepares for double 16 for a level game.
Game shot.
And there it is, it's 4-4.
Didn't see a celebration like that in any football match. That was a big celebration from Dimitri. It may mean absolutely
174.
nothing. Look at what Dobey hits him with afterwards.
$59.
Oh. So, to get through to a final for a second consecutive day, 2 8s.
Game shot on the match.
And
Chris
there it
Dobey.
is. Chris Dobey makes it through to the last 4, where he will take on Bessel Nyman for the right to go to the final. Can he make it back to back? Stay with us and you'll find out here on PDC TV.
If William O'Connor loses this match, he may be playing Ricardo Pietreczko. Willie O'Connor against the German? Well, what could possibly go wrong?
Well, Woodhouse is half a dart ahead here. He's got a chance to break. And he will have a chance to break.
100.
So, treble 21st order of business for Woody. Another one of those would leave tops. Here we go for a break of throw.
Shot.
Found by Luke Woodhouse.
I know it's provisional and it's a good 6 months early. So I've gone...
No, I like it. I like it that you've gone early with that.
Out of 16 qualifiers, he's currently third. And he's never been to the match play. So what a solid foundation that is. And if you can turn this around and possibly win the tournament, what would that do for the start of 2026?
58.
Nyman is top of that Pro Tour order of merit. And he's 5-4 up on Dobey in that other semi-final.
Oh, Mr. O'Connor. He's just missed a single. And now, I know he's probably coming back, but that will just irk him even more.
Can Woodhouse punish? Another one. Leaves double 10. O'Connor can't believe it. And Woodhouse picks off a 140 checkout. So 1-2-1 O'Connor. Treble 17 would leave the bullseye. Bullseye for 5-2.
96.
Just underpitched.
Now look at O'Connor in the background if Woody gets the first treble here. Oh my. Nobody saw that coming.
A genuine bounce out off the wire.
62.
That is the first one I've seen this week.
Yep, no deflection off another dart.
Game shot.
Meanwhile, O'Connor quietly gets the job done. Another face pulled, but a leg pulled back. 5-2.
This place is emptied in the last hour.
99.
6-5, Vessel Nyman. Dobey's pulled one back. O'Connor can't take out 1-7-3, so Woodhouse has a potential 2-dart finish here to go within a leg of the final.
Double 18.
Game shot.
He just looks a little bit sharper than his Irish opponent right now, and that's why he's 4 ahead. What he does next depends on what Woody does now. And it's heavy.
133.
Very, very intelligent stuff. Because now with a 133, he leaves a 1 treble combination to win it. 4 20s in bull.
58.
To be in a second PC final.
Doesn't like it, but there is room. $90 left.
65.
And it went bull for tops. So 79, make that 60. 20 for tops for Willie O'Connor to stay in the match.
59.
No.
That might be his survival time over because Woodhouse gets his chance to win in 9 legs. To make his first PC final in 2.5 years. He does not hesitate, and he was the better player. That 140 finish was an absolute backbreaker. And I think William O'Connor, when the dust settles, will understand he's had a great couple of days. £15,000 in ranking money.